The other morning, Nina was halfway through making coffee. Phone already buzzing on the counter. Coffee machine humming in the background. Normal morning, barely awake, just trying to function. Then Maple walked into the kitchen, stopped a few feet away, and stood there, just watching. Nina glanced over like, "Okay, you want something?" But Maple didn't move. She took one step closer, paused again, sat down, looked directly at Nina for a few seconds, then slowly blinked. Once, then again, and then she turned around and walked out like she had finished checking something. And Nina just stood there thinking, "Okay, what was that?" Because it didn't feel random. It felt intentional in a way she couldn't explain. And if you've lived with a cat, you've probably had this moment too. Not dramatic behavior, not chaos, just these quiet, oddly specific pauses. Like your cat is observing you a little more carefully than usual. And here's what most people get wrong. It's not that cats are testing you like a game. It's that they're constantly running tiny trust checks based on how predictable, safe, and consistent you are. And some of those checks look exactly like this. Because once you understand what's actually happening beneath these small behaviors, you stop seeing weird cat moments and start seeing a pattern of how cats decide whether you're safe to be close to. Let's break it down. 1. The slow blink is not a message, it's a safety drop. Let's go back to Maple, that slow blink. Most people think it means affection, and sometimes it does, but behaviorally, it's more subtle than that. Cats don't casually close their eyes in front of things they don't fully trust, because closing their eyes even for a second reduces awareness. So when a cat slowly blinks at you, especially in a calm environment, what you're really seeing is a brief reduction in vigilance, not communication, not a signal, a state shift, a moment where their brain says, "Nothing threatening is happening right now." Now, here's where humans accidentally change it. If Nina suddenly reacts too strongly, leans in, talks loudly, moves fast, Maple's calm state gets interrupted. Not because she's offended, but because unpredictability increases alertness again. What actually works better is what cats naturally mirror: slow, steady behavior. If Nina slow blinks back and stays still, that's not talking to the cat. That's maintaining a predictable environment. And predictability is what allows trust to accumulate. But this is only the smallest version of it, because the next behavior is where most people misunderstand everything. 2. The close but not touching position. You've seen this before. Your cat enters the room, walks near you, but doesn't commit to contact. And people often misread this as hesitation. But it's actually control preservation. Cats are extremely sensitive to autonomy, not emotional autonomy, physical control over movement. Where they go, how close they get, how long they stay, how easily they can leave. So when Maple sits near Nina, but not touching, that's actually the most information-rich position. It means, I'm comfortable enough to share space, but I'm still confirming how you behave. Not as a test of character, as a check of consistency. If Nina respects that distance, doesn't reach, doesn't force interaction, Maple learns something important. Approaching doesn't reduce my control, and that's what slowly reduces distance over time. But if humans rush it, reach too fast, grab too quickly, overwhelm the moment, the cat doesn't reject affection. It just increases spacing next time. 3. The greeting check, every time you return. This one is easy to miss because it feels emotional. You come home, your cat appears. Maybe tail up, maybe slow walk, maybe a small sound. And people think it's just excitement. But it's also assessment, not judgment. Assessment of change. Cats are extremely sensitive to environmental shifts. Your tone, your speed, your energy, even your walking pattern. So when you enter the home, your cat is essentially updating a mental model. Is everything still consistent? If Nina comes home stressed, fast movements, loud energy, Maple might still approach, but more cautiously. If Nina is calm and steady, Maple is more likely to close distance. not because of emotional bonding in the human sense, but because consistency reduces the need for caution. And over time, these micro-patterns build familiarity, not affection spikes, stability recognition. Quick question, does your cat greet you differently depending on your mood? Like more distant on chaotic days and closer on calm ones? Leave a comment and let us know, because that pattern is way more consistent than most people realize. 4. The following behavior, it's not neediness. Now this one gets misread constantly. Your cat follows you, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, and people assume clingy behavior. But in most cases, it's not dependency. It's environmental anchoring. Cats are spatial observers. They track where you go, what changes, what stays stable, what routines repeat. Following is often just continuous mapping. But there's another layer. If a cat repeatedly follows you without demanding anything, no food, no play, no stress, that can indicate social comfort in shared space, not attachment in a human emotional sense, but tolerance of proximity without uncertainty. Maple doing this with Nina would likely increase during calm routines, not because Maple needs her, but because Nina's movement pattern becomes part of a stable environment. 5. The turn-away position, the most misunderstood one. This is where people get it completely wrong. Your cat sits near you, then turns away, and it feels like rejection. But behaviorally, it often means the opposite. Turning away reduces active monitoring, which only happens when threat assessment is low. If Maple sits beside Nina and turns her back, she's not disengaging emotionally. She's reducing vigilance because she doesn't need to track everything. In other words, I don't need to watch you closely right now. That is actually a trust indicator because uncertainty increases observation. Certainty reduces it. 6. The response check, vocalization plus timing. Your cat meows or chirps or makes a small sound and then waits. This is where interaction becomes important. Not emotionally, but predictively. Cats learn patterns very quickly. What kind of response they get, how consistent it is, whether it changes depending on human mood. If Nina responds calmly and consistently to Maple's vocalizations, even if she doesn't always do something, Maple builds predictability mapping. Not obedience expectation. Just communication has stable outcomes. If responses are chaotic or unpredictable, cats tend to reduce initiation over time. This is why some cats become quieter with certain people. Not emotional withdrawal, just learned response reduction. 7. The just checking pass by. Now this is the quietest one. Maple walks into a room, looks at Nina, pauses, maybe brushes past, maybe doesn't, then leaves. No goal, no request, no follow-up. And this is often misunderstood as indifference. But in many bonded cats, this is actually environmental confirmation behavior. A quick scan, still here, still normal, still stable, then exit. It's not interaction seeking, it's stability verification. And Nina started noticing this pattern most on calm mornings. Almost like Maple only did it when the environment felt predictable enough to not require further engagement. And that night, Nina sat on the couch, phone down, Maple walked in, paused, slow blink. This time, Nina just blinked back. No reaching, no interruption. A minute later, Maple jumped up beside her, curled in, stayed. Like somewhere along the way, the tiny, quiet evaluations had already been answered. Welp, I'm going. My cat just did that quiet stare thing again, like she's checking if I'm still behaving correctly. And honestly, I'm not confident I passed. FurEver.